Good evening, everybody. It is Sean with another late night tarot reading. If you happen to be new to my channel, I do pick a card readings, I do wealth activations and meditations, and I do collective readings. And that's what we're doing tonight is a collective reading. We're going to be getting some guidance from the goddess Mawu Lisa. And the question that we are asking Mawu Lisa today is how you can best power manifest money. We all have heard of manifestation or manifesting. Many of us have our manifesting techniques in place already. Maybe sometimes you slip into them and do them, and then sometimes you forget about them. Or maybe you're somebody who's really, committed to taking active manifestation actions every single day. But there may be one or two that are best for you, that are your strongest tools for manifestation. And that's what we're calling today power manifesting, right? How can you power manifest money? So the deck we're going to be using for our reading, the tarot deck we're going to use is the Light Seers Tarot by Chrysann. And you guys can see several of my decks here in the frame. This Mawu Lisa card comes from the Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians Oracle deck that she is placed right in front of. And then Light Seers is directly beside it. There's a link in my description box that will take you to a list of my favorite things in case you want to get any of my decks for yourself. So let's just go ahead and begin our reading tonight. And when I do these late night readings, it is, a gentler energy, a calmer energy than I have in the ones that I do during the day. And it's to prepare you for sleep. Unless you work like a third shift, then it's to gently start you on your day. Let's see what guidance comes through from Mawu Lisa. How you power manifest. Okay, first of all, we have Justice card. Now, look at this, you guys. You guys have two indicators of balance here. Mawu Lisa's keyword clearly is balance, and one of the reasons, or one of the ways we see the energy of balance played out in Mawu Lisa is that she is both God and goddess in one. They are two different deities who are merged as one deity. Lisa is actually the masculine of the pair, and Mawu is the feminine of the pair. So the balance of energy, the balance of masculine and feminine, so that's action and receiving, effort and surrender. Are you one of those people that when you're trying to manifest something, you focus very heavily on the doing part, the pushing part? Maybe you're scripting every day. Maybe you are using affirmations very, very diligently. Maybe you're thinking about it a lot, talking about it a lot, vision boarding. Maybe you're doing all of the different types of manifesting, but you're forgetting to release. You're forgetting to let go. You're forgetting to leave space in your life to receive. You have to, at some point, shift into receiving mode in order to get the thing that you are trying to manifest. And with our Justice card here, Justice is also the energy of balance. The Justice, as you can see with these scales, or this is an indication of scales in the Light Seers version. But if you think back to the original Rider-Waite, the Justice, the character of Justice is, or the character on the Justice card is actually holding old-timey scales. So definitely balance is called for you. And the sharpness of justice. The sharpness of justice can be something suddenly breaking in your favor, suddenly going right. And we often see that when we let go. You know that thing where you go, I stopped wanting it and all of a sudden it was mine. Or I stopped looking for it and all of a sudden it was there. So while justice feels like balance feels like it is a soft energy, there's a sharpness to it too, an exactness to it as well. There's also a piece of rightness when we talk about the Justice card and when we talk about balance. Because one of the things that happens when we do our part and let go is we get what is right for us, get what we deserve. So for you guys, the first piece of guidance coming through is to remember to stop. Don't just keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. Stop and enjoy your life. Stop and be grateful for what you've gotten already. Those things that you have now. Some of them are blessings that you have already manifested previously. Don't forget to continue to enjoy those. And also, when we are in the energy of gratitude, when we are saying thank you for the things that we do have, we are in receiving mode because we're acknowledging that we have received. And it inherently helps us to feel more worthy. And when you're worthy, that's when you receive. We are always technically worthy, but we don't always feel worthy. And sometimes when we don't feel worthy, that is when we hold things back from ourselves. The Lover's card also indicates balance. Not just balance, of course. So part of the balancing for you may be working with another. Is something that you're trying to manifest possibly able to come to you more quickly if you stop trying to do it all on your own? This could have a couple of meanings, okay? Let me put this over here since we got it first, since we read from left to right. It could be remembering to partner with the divine. Partner with your spirit guides. Partner with whomever or whatever it is you believe in answers prayers or grants wishes or provides and supplies. Okay. But I'm also getting that for some of you, you manifest best when you manifest with others, partnering with another person. That again creates balance because it's not all on you. Y'all, we have such a recurring theme here with that. So definitely I'm getting for you, it's important to not feel as though you have to force the things that you want for yourself into your life. Let's see what else we get for you. Work with another. Go ahead and start thinking about who is the person or person you may know by name, someone that you can work with or ask for help with something that you're trying to manifest or create in your life, or you may not. So then ask your guides, ask the universe to help you run into, connect with, have open conversation with the person that will help you with your manifesting. If you're someone who's been thinking about starting a business, or like in my case, now that I'm back home, I want to start. If you happen to be new to the channel, I recently just moved back to my hometown from Los Angeles, California. So I'm now in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I want to go back to producing the same way that I used to produce when I lived here before. And based on some of the things that I learned when I was in Los Angeles, I very much would like to get a producing partner so that it's not all on me anymore. And I can be the creative side of that producing, and they can be the find the money side because that part is not fun. Okay, so let's see what else comes through for you guys right now. How do you power manifest? This one feels like it was going through 7 of Wands. You manifest best when you are self-contained. And this may be one of the reasons why you feel like you have to do it all by yourself. You may already know that you have to be careful not to be overly influenced or even influenced at all by the thoughts of others, the words that they say to you, the things they believe, the things that they are manifesting. You may be sometimes susceptible to deciding what to do or what to manifest based on what you see others doing around you. But those things that others are doing or creating or bringing into the world are not necessarily for you. And when you remember to go within, when you remember to keep your focus on you, when you remember to not let their being or doing or saying of anything affect you, that's when you power manifest. Now, that might seem a little counterintuitive to what we've been saying here about working with another and having others to help sometimes with what you're manifesting, but it feels as though it's not a contradiction. As I see it, it feels as though it's not a contradiction, but rather it's telling you to be selective about who you listen to, what voices you listen to, whose words you give credence to. So being careful not to keep everything all on yourself and think that you have to have all the answers all the time and do all the work by yourself, but at the same time, not letting yourself be overly influenced by what's going on around you or what's said to you by any and every other soul that comes along. And then you get banged around like a pinball, excuse me. But in finding the right person or persons to listen to, here the focus seems to be very much on finding someone or connecting with someone in what you are trying to manifest. So say you're trying to manifest the perfect home or the dream home, your dream home. But you haven't done the step yet of finding the right realtor for you. That's your partner. You've been trying to do it all on your own. That's an example, right? And then in some cases, it's the right set of people too. In the reading I did the other day, it was money messages from your angels. And in one of the groups, it was a pick a card and I can't remember which group it was, but there was guidance there to find a money mastermind group to connect with so that you were constantly hearing the right kinds of things from the right kinds of people who have who have the same mentality or even a more evolved mentality than you might have when it comes to believing that you can have a ton of money. Because that's what we want here on the channel. We want a ton of money. We want to be super rich, right? So yeah, being around others who feel similarly to you, think similarly to you, while still staying connected to what it is you think, you feel, you need is very important. Not being swayed by what's going on around you and also being selective about who you let be around you. All right, we're going to get one more card here. How do you power manifest? So very much there is, I hope this brings some comfort to your soul, because very much with all of the cards we've gotten so far, even the one that I plucked prior to turning the camera on, and I did say a quick prayer asking, that we be led to the right spirit guide for the messages this evening, what messages you would need. And with all of them, all of the cards that we've gotten so far, it very much seems like the guidance is not doing it all by yourself. You've got to let yourself loosen your grip. Loosening your grip is very important, not holding on so tight and trusting. Look how much trust energy is here for both of these people in this Lover's card. You can almost feel that if she were to, like she's holding on to his hair, and that if she were to release his hair and her left arm seems to be around his waist, if she was to completely let go, that she would still be held, that she would still be embraced, that she would still be safe, because this is the right person for her to have that kind of a connection with. Knowing that you will not fall. And knowing that you will not be abandoned or neglected. So sometimes when we're trying to manifest something, we don't think we're going to get it because there's something in there around it, just not that our need is going to be neglected, right? Or we are being ignored, which is the abandonment thing. So, bring others into your manifesting. Don't try to do it all alone. You may be somebody here maybe, feel like maybe you're ashamed of all the woo-woo talk. And so you don't talk about what you're trying to manifest with anybody else. But I'm getting that it is important for you to share it with the people who have similar belief systems as you, and not be so concerned with those who don't think like you think. Okay, and then your final card for our reading this evening. Oh, we got two. Interesting. We got two. And what we got here are the 8 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. And you know what? I'm actually going to reverse these, because what I do, especially when I read for myself, is actually, I think I do this when I read for my clients as well. whichever card I lay my eyes on first, I make that the first card. Let me say that better. If I pick multiple cards at one time, the one I see first, I believe that's the message to come through first. And I saw this Page of Pentacles before I realized we had two cards, and then saw the Eight of Cups. Now, this Page of Pentacles does speak to study. It does speak to the energy of beginning in an endeavor. I feel like I lost my flash. Did I lose my flash? Or was it never on? All of a sudden, it just seemed really dark. So yeah, you got the Page of Pentacles, and Pentacles is earth energy. And what I'm getting with us having this Page of Pentacles here, as well as this Eight of Cups, is that you're actually about to start seeing some signs of your manifestation starting to come through. It's starting to sprout. It's the beginning of its becoming matter. No, I don't think this was on earlier. Yeah, that felt really harsh, that light. It's the beginning of it materializing. That's the word I was looking for, materializing. And so you need to start getting yourself ready to move on from whatever has been in the place of what it is you really want. Oftentimes what happens is we are living a life, or we have a certain job, or we're in a certain relationship, or we're doing whatever, and we become aware of how it's not fulfilling to us, or how it's not what we want. And so we start trying to manifest the new thing that we think is more in alignment for us, feel is more the right path for us. But what we sometimes neglect to do is make space for the new thing to come in, because we feel that having something is better than having nothing. And so we stay connected to, or doing, or being with the thing that we are ultimately wanting to get rid of. So go ahead and prep your mind. This is the learning thing that I said. Prep your mind for the concept of moving on, moving away from that which you don't want anymore. And this also puts you in receiving mode. If it is something that you can actually live without, go ahead and get rid of it altogether. Release it all together so that the space is made for the new thing to come in. And that again is receiving mode. And that again is that other side of the effort and surrender. It's the letting go part, the making space, the open arms, the readiness. And see how in this depiction of Eight of Cups, she's not just walking away from the old thing, but she's very clearly walking towards the new thing, which is the right thing. So with us having this Page of Pentacles, which definitely feels like, for me, this particular depiction of Page of Pentacles really feels like, if you think about a plant growing from the ground, and it sprouts a little bit first. And so it's like the seed is a little seedling underneath the ground, and then it sprouts, breaks through the ground. That's what Page of Pentacles feels like here for me, this one in particular. So that's the beginning of the manifestation materializing. And then this also indicates to me that you're gonna start seeing signs of it soon, because she can see that light in the horizon, and she knows that she's going in the right direction. So go ahead and prep your mind for that. That's the other piece of the power manifesting for you. The power manifesting for you is having the space by stopping the effort, having the space for the new to come in, letting yourself believe that you can walk towards it and it will be there, trusting that it will be there. All right, you guys, this is what I have for you tonight. I hope you find it helpful. And I don't have a big old closing. Thank you for being here. I really love doing these readings for you. I hope you like them. Please let me know your feelings about these, so I can, I don't know, it's fun for me to know that you guys are there and how you're feeling, hopefully these readings that I'm doing are impacting you in positive ways and making you feel supported in your journey to a fun and wealthy life, because that's what we're after over here on this channel. We are rich. We are meant to be rich, and we are having fun. We are meant to enjoy our lives. Fun, 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 rich, 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 money and joy. Money is joyous for us here on this channel. Take care.